Now in this topic we will study about how to charge a parallel plate capacitor. Now in the earlier videos we have already described that if we have a charged plate and we bring another uncharged plate in front of it, then the charges will be induced on the second plate and the final capacitance that we will get will be equal to C equals to A epsilon naught upon D, where D is the separation between the two plates and A is the area of the two plates. So this is the general formula. Now, what if the parallel plate capacitor system that we have is both plates uncharged? That is, we have this system in which we have uncharged plates, say X and Y, and we connect them to a battery of potential V like this. Now because both of them are uncharged, that means all the charge that will be provided on the plate will be because of this battery V. Now as soon as the battery is connected, the electrons from plate X will flow to the positive terminal. The positive terminal of the battery will attract the electrons from this plate, and there will be a flow of electron in this direction towards the positive terminal, and these same electrons will be supplied to the negative terminal of the battery, which will be pushed in this direction by the negative terminal due to repulsion, and they will accumulate on plate Y. So after connecting the battery, the plate X will start developing a positive charge and plate Y will start developing a negative charge. Now this charging will keep on increasing. Now the work of battery here is to keep to maintain the potential difference between X and Y at a constant value. Now this constant value is maximum equal to the potential of the battery. That is, the potential between plates X and Y, let us say Vxy, can never be greater than the value of battery that is connected. So the work of this battery is to maintain the potential between the X and Y plates, and this potential between X and Y plates can be maximum equal to the potential V. The Vxy will never exceed the potential of the battery. So you have to remember this point, it is very important point. So we can say that potential difference Vx minus Vy between plates X and Y will be equal to ED, where D is the separation between the plates. So it will be equal to ED. Now the value, as the charging increases, as the amount of potential and negative charge on plate X and Y increase, then the value of electric field will also increase. And at some point, this value of potential Vx minus Vb will be equal to the potential of the battery V. Now at this point, when Vx minus Vy becomes equal to V, the charging will stop. Now the battery cannot supply any more charge to these plates because both of the system they are on the same potential. So at this point, when it is completely charged, when the capacitor is completely charged, then the charge on plate X, say Qx, will be equal to Cv, and similarly charge on plate Y, Qy, will be equal to minus Cv. Because of the minus charge, we will have a minus sign here. Now this situation, when we get the final charge at the same potential between plates, which is equal to V, this state is called steady state, because after this state there will be no movement of charge, and the current that was flowing in the circuit, that current will stop. So this condition is called steady state condition. So we can say, thus at steady state, the charge will be Q by Cv, and the electric field between plates will be equal to E equals to V upon D. So this is what happen if we get a system of plates with no charge and the charge is supplied by the battery. Now suppose if we have a system of plates which were already charged, that is, we have two plates X and Y which were already charged, and we connected to the batteries via a switch. Remember, these are charged plates. So if we are given a charged capacitor, then it will have equal and opposite charge on the inner surfaces of the two plates. So if we have positive charge here, then it will have equal negative charge on the inner surface. Now if this capacitor is connected to the battery, then this battery will try to maintain a constant potential difference between the plates, which will be equal to its own potential. So as soon as we close the switch, the charges will start flowing and the final potential difference between the two plates will be equal to V. So let us say that before closing the switch, if the initial potential before closing the switch was Q naught upon C, then after and if initial potential, let us say, was suppose greater than V, let us take a special case when the initial potential between the two plates was greater than V. Now what will happen? Now in this condition, the charge will flow from the capacitor to the battery. Unlike this earlier, when the charge was flowing from battery to the capacitor in this direction, the capacitor was getting charged. In this condition, because the initial potential Vi is greater than V, so the capacitor will discharge and the charge will flow in the opposite direction. Like this, the direction of flow of charge will become opposite, and we can say that the capacitor will start discharging. So this was, in this condition, we can say the capacitor will discharge if initial potential is greater than the battery connected. Now suppose if the battery potential of battery is greater than the initial potential between the plates, then in that case again we will get this condition: the battery will supply the charge to the capacitor for its charging, and in this condition charging of capacitor will start. So in both the cases, in this case and in this case, in both the cases, the end result will be same. The end result will be that the final charges on the capacitor, let us say QF, final charge will be this, QF will be equal on both plates, and the final potential will be equal to QF by C. So whether we are using this situation or we are using in this situation, the end result of the system will be that the potential difference between the plates and the potential of the battery will be equal. In this case, it will be done by discharging the capacitor. In this case, it will be done by the charging of the capacitor. So the final potential will be always be equal to this, and this is the potential of the battery.